Guys, in the Thomas Wade Road to the Show, I kind of want to finish those off in MLB 16 before I take them over to MLB 17, right? So here's the deal. Here's what's going on here. The last episode was that game against San Francisco. I fast forwarded a bit to this game here against Cincinnati because it is our first trip to Cincinnati of the season. As you can see here, yep. So, I'm thinking, yeah, Pittsburgh will be the next one. Okay. Hold on. I want to see something here. I don't know. I just got that weird warning that that's some weird warning saying that gameplay wasn't allowed to be broadcast or something. I don't know, it just seemed a little weird to me. Alright. And it's looking like I've got about a 30-second delay. Maybe 35. Alright. Let's just get into the game already. Let's go. Let's... David Price on the mound. Hey. See, yeah, look at that, look at that, look at all that glorious stuff. There we go. Let's go. We're going. Now I'm gonna have this going in a different window just so you know.
Sun starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch of a great pitcher's duel is coming up next.
Ooh, Johnny Cueto versus David Price. That is a pretty good matchup.
Johnny Cueto, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys,
all right, let me just, yep, sliders are loaded.
Tells me he's been pretty
all right, let's do this.
We'll see how he does in this one.
Cueto gets the sign. 2-1 on its way. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Turned on down the line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2.
All right. Just making sure it was of the difficulty there.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Bruce waits on it. 1 away. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, guys, I love the way Eric Hosmer.
All right, well, it looks like the delay is down to about 10 seconds, which is good.
350 in the last 10 games.
Scott Young will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
Well, it's still early in the season, but the first several weeks have been pretty impressive for this guy. We're just anxious to see if he can just keep this pace up.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
Yeah, I was pretty late on that swing.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks.
Whoa! Almost made its way out of the ballpark.
A shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered
in last night's ball game as due. He's riding a pretty good hot streak. Yeah, some of the lines in the commentary need to be either eliminated or reworked.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw gets him 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
All right. Never mind. It looked like I'm from the angle they showed. It looked like I might have been safe, but after looking at that replay, yeah, that's a definite out.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's a hot shot that'll be caught at first base. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run.
Yep.
Bottom of the first coming up.
Long gone. All right, let's see how long it'll take me before I can get a hit here.
What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-to-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
And that's taken for a called strike 2. EK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, you've always got to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do many people get upset with his calling of the strike zone because it doesn't really seem like he favors any one part of the zone more than another.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Catch made there by Hosmer, and there are 2 gone now. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Todd Frazier will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Reds are down in order. They still trail 1-0. Alfonso Casilla will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
And, oh well.
Cueto sets his sights. Full count pitch on its way. Ground ball right side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Oh well.
Eric Hosmer will get his first shot now. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10. So
Go!
any big
Go!
surprise to anybody.
Gone!
Oh, I will take that. I will take that.
A solo home run here off the bat of Eric Hosmer. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
One of the keys for him getting the victory in his last start, he did not allow a home run in that outing. But this is now 2 home runs he's served up here in the first few innings. You can bet there's a bit of concern over there in that dugout.
Doink.
Jason Hayward will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. Shot towards second. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. And there is career hit number 999. He's had such a solid career thus far, and now he's just 1 hit away from a very respectable number, 1,000 hits.
Yeah, Matt, 1,000 hits will be a nice feather in his cap. It's not a major milestone, but it's definitely something to be proud of.
Pedro Siriaco will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. This is line to left. Martin is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning.
That was it directly to him.
It is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
No biggie.
David Wright will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Come on. We got this, right? Right.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Votto is going to have room as he puts it away right in front of the dugout for the final out of the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Onto the bottom of inning number 2.
Yeah, but unfortunately we didn't get much other than that. Okay.
Jay Bruce will stand in, and you can see that surprisingly he hits better versus left-handed pitching than he does against righties. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Darn it.
Due up next is Salvador Perez. And it's full now, 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And reined in, 1 away.
Alrighty then.
Boy, that's a nice job at third of knowing exactly where he is in relation to his surroundings. And he's able to make the play on the move to record that out.
Standing in now, Salvador Perez. In the air, out to right. Hayward moves over. 2 down.
Go down, down,
He had a
down.
couple of hits in yesterday's contest. 2 out, nobody on. And the count will be full. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, line break. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They're still down. It's 2-0.
It's 2-0 Cincinnati.
Mike Linebrink will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
Cueto's ready. Needs to hit his spot here on 3 balls and a strike. Oh, good contact there. As this is
Oh!
in the air
Way back! Way back! Goodbye!
The 3rd long ball Maria. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-judy guy?
Yep.
Certainly working out for him right here.
Stepping in now, Scott Young. Foul right at the plate.
Ah,
1 and 2.
I think I was a little... No. I was about to say, I think it was a little later on that one, but apparently not.
The 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2 and 2 now. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there.
Come on, come on.
Still 2 and 2.
Nope.
Bases are empty here. Nobody out. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on 2 and 2.
All right.
Hard liner toward short, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
All right. I will take a double.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. You can see that confidence is slowly starting to come.
All right, well, I'm batting now.
Into the box, Brian Wood, line towards center field. And that's in there, base hit. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their
Yeah,
lead.
you weren't going to get him anyway, so forget it. As a manager.
Going to come in and have a word with him.
Oh, pitching coach. Never mind.
Probably just to try and clean out the negative and put a positive thought in his head. You know, something like, I've seen you work out of jams like this many times before. I know you can do it again.
Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
The best way a pitcher can slow down the running game is
It happens.
hold the ball, throw to first, show your best move to first, or slide step. The guy tried to steal on a slide step right there. The chances are you're going to be out, and they nabbed him.
Eh.
Hitters
So what?
count now. Here's the 2-1. The catcher wanted it down, and they got him to chase it for strike 2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Yeah.
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Not
It's
bad.
only the third inning here, and he's already given up more hits so far than he did in his entire start last time out. He hasn't been
Well,
able to
it is
reproduce
my
what he had
version of the
going
New
on
York
last
Mets
time.
after
At
all.
least not to this point.
Taken high and deep to right. Bruce looking up. Gone!
What's that? 4 or 5 home runs?
A 2-run blast to straightaway right
Hey,
field.
Cueto, can you say
Number 11 for him on the
bye
season
bye,
as they pile on.
bye
It's now 6-0.
bye, bye bye, Cueto, bye bye, Cueto.
Well, they're starting to make it look awfully easy out there. And he gets a pitch he can handle. This becomes their second home run here in the inning, so they're starting to get some pretty good swings against him now.
Hey, that reminds me.
Stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Well, we'll see how they try to pitch him this time. If he gets another one up there, he may jump the yard again.
And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Here
Yeah,
he
that
comes
reminds
on the
me
ball with 2 strikes.
that replay I put up of that game from MLB 12 is on the channel somewhere.
Fouls it away.
What was the final score, like 46-5?
This is flared right back over the mound. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there.
Yeah, well, something like 44, 45, 46 to 5, something like that. The replay's on the channel somewhere. And there we go. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Alfredo Simon is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while. 1-1, here it comes. Line to the right side, but this is speared by the first baseman. Now a dive with the baseball as he makes the tag. He is out, and the inning is over. So 4 runs in the inning.
All right,
and
whatever.
The strength of the 2 big flies. Garrett Martin will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up, and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Bruce Stubbs will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1, 2, 3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
Oh, well. There's the first hit of the ball game.
On a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. Not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
We'll move ahead now to the top of inning number 4. Pedro Siriaco will open the inning here for the Mets, with David Wright following on deck.
Well, guys, they
again,
out to that big
I was only pitching to
you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
I was only pitching to see if I could get a no-hitter, but
And gone right down the line the other way. Wow. A solo shot.
that's
down the line
half the
in
reason
right.
why I pitch is to see if I can do a perfect game or a no-hitter. Once I get a hit, I'm done, because it's not going to happen. You know?
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the
See,
same setup
does
tomorrow.
it, does it, does
5
it?
home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it.
Yep, just tucked in.
In now, David Wright. Swing and a liner. Foul. Right side, hit hard. Kinsler's there for it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Mike
right.
Kleinbrink digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Simon's ready. Here's the 0-2. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Plenty of home runs to go around
nearly.
so far as you see the elevated totals there. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Yeah, they weren't going to get him anyway.
These are the little
He's too
things that
fast.
seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the
Yeah, look
Braves
at
just
that.
keep going their way.
Standing in now, Scott Young. And the Mets just keep right on rolling as this is.
You know, the
good for
shortstop
extra
could have
bases as
had
well.
it if he just moved over. You know?
Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, if he wants to go about getting the cycle, he's got the 3 hardest parts out of the way. Normally, this is the toughest leg to get, but he's able to make it up to third. Now he needs just a single in his next at-bat to finish it off.
Yep.
Into the box now, Brian Wood. That's lifted the other way out to left. Martin giving chase. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third.
I'll take it. Sack fly. I will take a sack fly.
That's a nice job there to get this ball airborne. He's able to get that ball out there deep enough to pick up their 3rd run of the inning.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Moss. He singled his last time up. Hit sharply toward the right side. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
How about it? Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hand getting into good position. The hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Stepping in now, Alfonso Casilla. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2.
I should have taken that pitch. That one's on me.
Him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
He's running into the buzzsaw that is the New York Mets.
Strikes, here it is. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Are you kidding me?
So a 2-run homer down the line in left. His 2nd of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
How many home runs is that? What, 8?
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far.
Okay.
I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Okay, 6.
Steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate and the count remains 3-2.
Point of order, we're a couple of runs.
And another foul ball.
Point of order, we're a couple of runs away from my mercy rule, which is if I have a lead of 10 runs or more, I'm just going to end the game because at that point, you know, it's like, what's the point of finishing out the game when you're leading by 10 runs? How many times has a team come back from a 10-run deficit? Not very often. I will tell you right now.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard towards second. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. So they nearly batter. Todd Frazier, who get the first chance here in the inning for the Reds. After him comes Jay Bruce. Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5. Jason Hayward steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Lifted the other way to left center. Stubbs shading to his right. 1 out.
How did they run?
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Simon into his motion, ready with the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air.
I don't know why I have that song in my head, but I do.
This is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I'm sure he's going to wait for word from the guys in the dugout. And as we see it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he indeed was out.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Mets have decided to challenge.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. Now the question is if there's enough video evidence to change the call to safe. And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat the throw, and this might be a well-used challenge.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
Overturned. And the batter is safe.
In now, David Wright. Oh, at the green light there, but it's 3 balls and a strike now.
You got it, Mitch. That was a good
Very
pitch.
convincing swing there, especially on a 3-0.
Line drive to left. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch.
You piece of crap. Come on.
Here, this ball's sinking fast, but
Ah.
he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Yawn. That would have been a double, at least a double.
Throw over to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Why not? Make him get dirt.
Standing in now, Mike Linebrink. Grounded to the right. Kinsler showing off his range. On to Cozart here for the force, and that'll be that. Mets strand 1, and it remains an 11-2 ball game.
Still got a 9-run lead.
Joey Votto is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. Scott Young will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Hit to short. Cozart has it.
Probably should have taken that pitch.
So the leadoff man's retired here to begin
well.
the 6th.
Up next for the Mets.
Stepping in, Brian Wood earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Bruce has a play, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter number 30.
Brandon Moss steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Bruce has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. Mets go down 1-2-3.
Oh well.
And it remains an 11-2 ball game.
Here we go.
Antonio Samuels will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Stubbs going back on it. Still going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
All right. One more run and I will invoke the mercy rule.
His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Boy, have a night. His 3rd home run of the ball game. I mean, he's absolutely brimming with confidence.
3rd?
It's been a joy to watch so
I wonder, should I keep playing just to see if he can join the 4 for 4, a home run club?
Drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is called in for the 1st out. Jason Hayward will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Pulled toward right center field. Stubbs is in pursuit, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. And that hit certainly represents something of a milestone for him. Number 1,000 for his career.
Yeah, that's a nice achievement for him, Matt. It's a long way from the numbers some of the all-time greats put up, but it's certainly very respectable.
I will applaud that accomplishment. In fact, I will give it a seal of approval.
Into the box, Pedro Siriaco.
Okay, I know that was a bad pun.
On to first, and there were 2 down. David Wright will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog
Come on.
that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Why would you throw there and not to first base? I mean,
Wow, that is
seriously.
a big chance right there. They're trying to get the lead runner.
Ay, ay, ay.
Absolutely sure. You just got to take the easy out. You know, we see guys throw late to third base all the time. We're going to find out how costly this one winds up being.
Yeah.
Mike Linebrink will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Bruce is after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mets.
All right, well, there you go.
Salvador Perez will start things off here for Cincinnati.
You know what, 7th inning.
Votto to follow next.
I'm kind of thinking I might as well just finish out the game. It's the 7th inning anyway.
We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up. In the
Correction, 8th inning.
Scott Young will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Well, he's done some pretty good damage in clutch situations with 2 RBIs in this game already.
Stubbs ranging back, and a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone.
Yeah, he was not going to get that one.
So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd home run of the game, as the blowout continues.
408. Yeah, what do you think you were doing there?
This is a classic example of losing your composure after a bad call. Now, he's still teed off about that last pitch, so he doesn't concentrate on his location.
Look at this. He's trying to climb. Look how far behind him he is. Oh, it still dinged off that thing back there, but he was nowhere close to catching it.
Into the box now, Brian Wood. Swing and another one deep out to center field. Stubbs going back on it, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Oh, well.
Into the box now, Brandon Moss. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Cingrani pauses. Here's the 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Why did I swing at that?
Probably not
Why?
in the places he wants to be.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
I have no one to blame but myself on that one. I should have taken that pitch. I really should have taken that pitch.
Good job here, though, because he bounced back and retired the next 2 guys that he faced.
All right, Casilla, here's your chance to join the 4 for 4 home run club.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. One and 2, here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out.
Oh well. There goes that. He will not join the 4 home run club because that's his last at bat of the game.
Half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Lifted the other way out to left center. Stubbs on the move. He's there and records the first out.
Well, there we go.
Into the box, Jason Hayward. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted in the air out towards left center.
Another one for the center fielder.
He gets there, but he missed it. He's around second.
Okay, that is going to be an E8, I believe.
Third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a 3-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there in plenty of time. He just winds up with a handful of errors. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well deserved.
E8. Okay, I was right. E8.
In now, Pedro Siriaco. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
And this offensive explosion continues. They're now up to 14 runs in the game. EK, you can't even count that high. And I think defensively, you got to be saying right now, what do we got to do to get these guys out?
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Now a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Wright is gone for out number 2.
I swung too early. That's on me.
Off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. He's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Bruce. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Mets are out on top, 14-2. Jay Bruce has started off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
Well, this is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to hit the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Lake making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. 1 there. On to first, and Perez grounds into a double play.
Well, this ball is hit sharply, but you'll see the pitch is working its way down in the strike zone, and that's very tough to elevate. It's going to wind up being an easy double play ball.
Yep.
Stepping in now, Joey Votto. And there's a swing and a miss, so the Reds are down to their final strike.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they
all right, victory.
And he gave him that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that either. Final score is 14-2. Top hitter Scott Young, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. And here we go. Post-game interview.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
All right. That is absolutely perfect.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out ShowNation.com. The Mets come out on top.
Wow, look at that. Scott Young, player of the game. Oh, I got 2 things? Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will just about do it for this episode. I guess I will see you next time. As always, I've been Lumberjack. Try to behave yourselves. And peace out.